Hey guys, Kendrick here, and we're going to talk today about today's episode of Red versus Blue. Two things we're going to be talking about. Number one is the lesser end of the spectrum, which is, as many of you probably know, that's how I do this. I talk about the lower stuff of the story that I don't care as much about, but is still fairly interesting. And then I talk about the stuff that I really, really, really want to talk about because that's like the stuff that I was like most invested in. So when it comes down to Griff and Huggins, apparently now uh, Tucker and Kaikina are in the same time period as them, which is interesting. I don't know hardly anything about history, so anyone who says like, "Oh, it was so obvious that they were, in the same time period because of this and that," look, I don't know anything about history. I don't know nothing. I was a horrible student in school, especially in history. I know nothing about time periods. Nothing. Okay. Um, and now they're on a trip to go all the way from Italy to England. Now Huggins says that is a short trip, but that clearly isn't. That's going to be quite the trip. I mean, getting to England, like just going to another city, like going to the next city over for me, like that would take like hours, like 20 hours just to get from one city to the next, just because that's a how far away they are. Like it's just a 10-mile thing, I think. No, not 10 miles. Like actually it's about 20 miles. I don't know why I'm talking about this. But so that's what's going on with Griff and Huggins are now on their way to England to meet up with Tucker and Sister. And now let's get on to the stuff that I really want to talk about, the Washington and Carolina, which is why this episode is called Recovery. It starts off with Wash telling us a story about his cat Loki and all the stuff that he, got into, like, getting electrocuted, getting stuck in the dryer, getting stuck in his dad's engine, and living to be 25 somehow, and saying, having 9 lives. Then Wash and Carolina, they do this small obstacle course, and by the end of it, Wash, like, has this moment where he bounces from being okay to suddenly not being okay. And then we cut back to Dr. Gray and them realizing, he is a broken man. And that's a hard thing to tell anyone, telling anyone, hey, you're broken, you're having a lot of problems. Dylan calls up Carolina multiple times, losing her mind apparently, and brings to Carolina the word that they are time traveling. Now, at first, Carolina's like, you know what, maybe they'll just fix it on their own, and then Dylan brings up the point, really, you want to trust Caboose with a time machine? And Carolina's like, I'll be on the next flight out. Personally, I think Sarge with a time machine is more dangerous than Caboose. Then again, Sarge or Caboose with a time machine, either one of them, it's bad for everyone. Overall, something I did really, really like about this episode is that a lot of it was done in the machinima, which was really nice. It's been a while since we've seen the machinima. I've kind of missed it because, I mean, there's nothing wrong particularly with using the green screen. I mean, they are time traveling. They're going to places that are outside of the game, but at the same time, I miss the machinima. I miss the backgrounds from the games, and sometimes the 3D animated stuff that they do, it just doesn't look that good. Like if you look at the Cyclops, or even if you look at just the people that Griff talked to a few episodes back, all you can see were the back of their heads, but they didn't look anything like other character models in the past. Season 10 being the best. Season 12 and 13 having not necessarily the best moments, but still having some good graphics, mainly just on the Chairman Hargrove, which, but I think like there's been a downgrade in the CGI stuff here, the Rooster Teeth animation when it comes down to people. Hopefully they get it fixed in the future. All I'm going to say about that. And so now Carolina is going to take a trip all the way out to Dylan to talk with an expert about time travel, and Wash is coming with, and apparently he's so broken that he asked Carolina the same question he asked her in the very beginning: did I ever tell you about my cat Loki? And it's a heartbreaking thing. I really don't know how to feel about this right now because Washington is one of my favorite characters. I love Washington. It was so hard to see him get shot in the last season, and to see him back here now, the way he is, the way he's so broken, it honestly is just kind of hard to take in, and I am hoping that this actually leads to a good part of the story. It seems like the season is slowly but surely starting to pick back up. So, anyway, that's it for this episode, you guys. Let me know what you thought of this review in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on the episode? So far, I'm kind of enjoying this. That's it for today. I've been Kendrick. As always, people, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, share this with as many people as you can. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace.